Alright guys, let's do this. So I have here the Beauty Blender, the Boost Primer, and it looks like this, and this is $29. So when we were talking about the foundation, she had asked me what primer do I use, and right now I'm using the First Aid Moisturizing Primer, and I do like it because it's, you know, sometimes I don't even put moisturizer on when I'm going to do my makeup because I know I'm going to put that primer on. She said I really need to try this, and I do have my laptop here, so I'm just going to read a little bit from this product here. Okay, I have my laptop here, so bear with me, okay?
So this is the 18-hour firming and smoothing primer. Hydropep Complex is a blend of peptides and mimosa flower extract to visibly firm and tighten. Ceramides nourish and replenish the skin's barrier, and then vitamin B5 for intensely hydrates the skin.
But firming for me was it. That's what I was looking for. Oh, it comes like this in a little dropper. There we go. So I'm gonna try. Very, very, very smooth. I do have concealer underneath, and I'm putting just baby little dots, you know. Wow, it's a tacky primer, but I would assume it would have to be because it's really pulling my skin. Like I really feel it tightening. Yeah. Like I said, I have concealer on. I probably shouldn't have put that on yet. But wow. It really tightened up my skin. Okay, so that is the primer. I think I might have put a little too much. I think I did because I don't think I needed that much. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the foundation really quickly. At Marshall's, I had purchased this foundation. That was the first time that I've ever used it when I found it at Marshall's. And it was, the container looks like this. Now, when I first bought it, I remember there was a whole bunch, okay, like a lot of good selection of it. But at the time, the first time I bought it, I bought the 3.45 neutral. And at the time, this was the only neutral shade they had that I seen. Well, when I came home and I tried it, it really was too dark for me. So when I went back, most of them were gone, but I did find this one. And this one is 2.40, neutral olive. And this one was a little too light for me. But then I mixed these two, and they were the perfect shade, like the perfect shade. But I do use a little bit more of the light than I do of the dark. I had a gift card. I had 2 gift cards from Sephora, and so I thought, you know what? It's getting really hard to pump out the 2.40, which is the neutral olive. It's getting a little difficult. I can sometimes get a good amount, but you could tell it's starting to like grab, you know, like just not enough in there always to get a full amount that I need. So I thought, I have those gift cards. I'm just going to go bite the bullet, and I'm going to go and get the foundation. But when I was there, something interesting happened. Very interesting. I told her what I had. I told her what I use. I told her that I love the 2.40, but it was a little too light. And you're going to be surprised. You're going to be shocked at what we're going to actually try today. You're going to be shocked. I'm telling you, I am. And she said, oh, okay. Now, she looked for that because she wanted to give me a swatch. Actually, we were swatching here. She was going to do it on my face. She goes, well, let me just swatch here first. And she tried to find the 2.40 neutral olive, and there was no place for it. That it was gone. But they did have another one, which was 2.0. 2.20. Okay? And I go, oh, but that's going down. I need to go up one. And she goes, yeah, but we don't even have the display anymore for 2.40. She says, however, I do have 2 only. So we're not even getting those in. And she didn't have a tester for it, so we couldn't go off of that. And we couldn't go off of my face because it was actually mixed, the 2.40 with the 3.45. It was a mixture, so you couldn't really tell. But she looked at my face and she says, that is really, really nice, that combination. But I told her, yeah, I do like it, but I wouldn't want to buy 2 foundations if I can just find the shade, right? So to make this long story short, we actually went with, here, let me get it. She says, okay, let's go up 1, which was the 2.50, which is neutral medium nude. That was going up. So what we did was we put it here, right? We put it here. It was on this right hand. We put it here. And as we were talking and things like that, it looked like it was the shade, but then you could start seeing it really starting to darken up. And she's like, oh, it is kind of turning a little orangey on you. It's deepening up. And I said, yes. And then on the face, that's what I don't like. But that was the one that was one up. So what she did, she goes, you know what? Let's try the 2.20. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that's going to be too light. Because, I have 2.4 and that's light. And she says, well, let's just try it. So we got the 2.20. She put it on my hand. And we started talking about we actually started talking about the primers because she asked me what primer I had. And then we started going off of the primers. And then we looked at my arm and you could see that the 2.20 was actually not darkening up. And it was just kind of like my shade. And I was very, very shocked. Very, very shocked. So what ended up happening was she put the 2.50 on this side and the 2.20 on this side. Okay, and then she said, let's go to the studio, which this Sephora is like a standalone, a huge one. And so it's like the main store. And then off to the left, it has like this nook, but it's a pretty big nook. And there's like about, I would say, maybe 10 makeup tables, and the lighting and then all the windows. And it's like back in a nook. So she goes, let's go over there and we're going to test it. We're going to see the lighting. And my husband actually went with me. I go, come on, I need your eyes. He was sitting on a bench. And so anyway, we went over there and I was very, very shocked. It looked like the 2.20 was my shade. I'm very shocked. So I have the 2.20, which this looks really, really light. But I'm telling you, on the arm and on my face, it was just perfect. And the 2.50, which is the medium nude, was turning a little too dark. I'll try to get you a little squirt of the 2.40, and then let me see if I can get it out because it's really. I got this. This is the other one. This is the 2.40 neutral olive, and I'm gonna put some on here. Go. The bottom one, 2.20. Top one, 2.40. I like the old bottles in a way. I mean, they're bulky. I get it. This is a lot sleeker. But when you pump it out, you pump it right here. You pump it and it comes out of here and then it just lays on there so that you get your blender and you go boop, boop, boop. I kind of like that. It's like a little palette. Let me get, now. What she did do, she gave me a sample of the 2.50. I think in the end, this is what it's going to have to be. I really do. I really, really do. Now, I'm going to put on this one, which is empty, which is the 3.45 nude, which is really, really too dark. Really too dark. I'm going to put a little bit of that on top. There it is. Okay, so just go off this bottom one. Ignore the top. Ignore that one. Just this bottom. This has a little bit more yellow, and that's what was happening. That on my face and on my arm, where we left the swatches alone, we were there for a while. We were just talking. In fact, she almost said we're going to go outside, but it was a very, very overcast day, like really overcast. It was turning yellow, like yellow. So I'm just going to grab the bottom a little bit here, just the bottom. I'm not going to mess with the top. And I like the color, but ooh, okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on. The reason why I did not do both sides of my face, and because I wanted to try. I was like, oh my God, I used the wrong one. No, this is what came out of the 2.40. I want to try that because maybe, I don't know. We're going to try that. Okay, so I have nothing on my sponge. Going to kind of clean that off. And again, as we were talking, it was just going into my shade. You know what I mean? Like it deepened up just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and try the 2.40 and put that a little bit. Okay, we're going to put it here. It's time to leave, but somehow I can't walk away. All these tensions making it so hard for me. Fight the voices in my head for clarity. Your attention's making it so hard to see. I'm so addicted, punish me with it, chasing this feeling for the thrill of it. I'm so addicted, punish me with it, chasing this feeling for the thrill of it. I'm so addicted, punish me with it, chasing this feeling for the thrill of it. Before I say anything, let's go ahead and look at, I'm going to look over here because I have my laptop. Now, on the website at Sephora, the 2.40, which is what I had in this square, is on the website. And it says 2.40 is a neutral olive, medium olive. Neutral olive, medium olive is what it says, okay? With neutral olive undertone. And the 2.0, it says light olive. I like the 2.40. I do. Now, let's talk about the 2.5. That one is medium nude, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Medium nude with neutral undertone, which is exactly what I need. I can tell you looking on here that to me it's light. This one is too light, right? Am I wrong? I wish my family was here, but they're not here. They're not here. I kind of like this one better. Now, I'm going to go ahead, since I have the 2.50 here, I'm going to take this side and I'm going to put it on top of this. It's okay. Oh, you know what? I got my rag right here. I know I took away the primer, but this is an experiment. Okay, put a little bit of that primer back on, just a little bit. Right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and take 2.50, which is in the description, it's me. It's me, spot on. And it may be. Okay. There it is. I like it. I actually like it. I really do. I actually like it. The only thing, like I said, even she was having a hard time because 2.40, like I said, we couldn't test it at the store. 2.20, she kept saying, wow, it seems like it goes on real light, but then it seems like it does deep into how you know, that nice. And this one, let me tell you, with this one, the 2.50, I still had a chunk here on my arm, and then we did it on this arm too. We did it on both, actually. And we were walking out, right? I didn't clean my arms. And we were walking out, my husband and I. We were actually going to our car. And I looked down at my arm, and I had an orangey splotch in my hand from the 2.50. But I don't know. I'm kind of liking it though. I am. I am liking the 2.50. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put all over my face. Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. Still looking, still looking. Yeah. I got a couple layers of foundation going on right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little thick. Not gonna lie. But I like it. I like it. I really, really do. 2.50 for me seems good. I wanted to, oh, people are mowing. Sorry, guys. I wanted to, oh my God, my glass is dirty. I wanted to read the foundation for you guys because I didn't read that. It's $29, okay?
Now, this says it's a full coverage. A full coverage oil-free liquid foundation with a natural-looking matte finish that wears for up to 24 hours now in upgraded sustainable packaging. I guess this is not sustainable. Anyway, it says it's a liquid formula, natural. Highlight ingredients. Okay, so it's hyaluronic acid, visible, plumps skin, and improves the look of the lines. Antioxidant rich, white birch extract, soothes and visibly brightens the skin. What else do you need to know? It says made with high-speed hyper whip processing. This airy formula hugs the skin while visibly improving both textures and tone. No wonder I loved it. And infused of hyaluronic acid and white birch extract ensures skin never looks dull, while the soft matte finish has a multi-dimensional effect like naturally gorgeous skin.
I really do love this foundation, you guys. It really minimizes my pores. You don't feel like you have any foundation on. It really doesn't. It's going to give you full coverage with so little of an amount. Like right now, I know I have a lot on, and I would never put this much on. It minimizes my scarring. Like I said, you don't feel like you have it on. It's very, very uber lightweight. I was afraid that when they went from this packaging to this packaging, I was afraid the formula had changed. All right, guys, so I'm coming on here. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, and I really wanted to come on here and give you a little bit of an update. I'm not going to be coming back, but I do want to give you a little bit of an update. I do have my ring lights on, and they are pretty strong. Let me turn them down a little bit. I don't have my mini blinds open because it is extremely hot here today. It's just really, really hot. So let me turn that down so it gets a little bit better lighting. Now, I will say this, guys. It has deepened up a little bit more. It has. I don't necessarily think that's oxidation as the dry down, or maybe it is some oxidation in there, but I do see a little bit of a deepening of the color. Now, is it really, really bad? No, I don't think so. I think we're still working with a good shade for me, but I'm very picky, and I'm very all over the place when it comes to foundation. As you can tell, I'm very undecisive, especially if it's $29.99. I'm not going to get the 2.20. The 2.20. No, that's way too light. But I don't know. It's okay. It's good. It matches me good. But I'm just saying it has deepened up, and I don't know if you can tell from the lighting, but it has. It has. But I don't think it's too terrible. What I was going to say is that I'm kind of tempted to leave the 2.40 on and see how that works. And maybe we'll try that another time. Okay, guys. So, a different day, a different time. I decided to change it up a little bit because when I saw that 2.50 medium nude, which is a neutral color, which is my color, theoretically. It did deepen up, I wouldn't say oxidize, but it did deepen up, okay? But I kept thinking about what the lady told me at Marshall's. I kept thinking about that. You want your shade, no matter what your shade is, want a little bit lighter because you want your face to be a little bit more brighter. It's about the brightness. So no matter where you are on the spectrum, she said, just go a little bit lighter, one lighter. Now, the other thing that happened, and I'm kind of glad, last night, you guys know I watch these makeup videos. I spend my time watching makeup videos on Facebook. They're sped up, times 10. They're so fast. But they did a foundation. It was a wedding. It was a wedding look they were doing. They did the whole face, the eyes, the contour, everything. And what I noticed was the shade that they used on this bride was definitely one shade lighter than her skin tone. It was definitely. And I said, okay, I'm thinking I need to go to this other shade. I'm going to tell you which one it is. And the other thing is that when she put it on her face, she did contour, and she deepened it up with bronzing and things like that. It did, she bronzed here, everything, okay? But she took the foundation and she literally went to about here on her, to about right here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take it to the typical place where I'm at or where I go to. But that's why I decided, you know what, I'm just want to do this foundation, this shade first, all on its own, and then I'll contour and I'll do everything and then we'll come back. Because I've never just used this shade on its own. I always thought it was just a little too light. And so I've always mixed this shade. I'm going to use mine. The one that was mine, and this is the 2.40 neutral olive. Now, remember I said that she doesn't know if they're discontinuing this color. She doesn't know. At the time, they only had 2. There was no display for it, but I just checked again at Sephora for this shade, and they have it. So this does not have a light in front of it like the 2.20 does. The one I'm for sure taking back. Okay. All right. We got that. So what I'm hoping, though, is that I'm going to be able to pump stuff out of here because this is the one I don't have a lot in there. And I just need to do it this one last time. I do have concealer. I do have my concealer on. That I do have. Also, I'm using the Boost. The Beauty Blender Boost. This time though, I did put it on with a foundation brush and I went lightly with it. I just put it on with this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's put the foundation on. All right. Pin back the hair. I am going to use the Japanesque sponge. It's wet. And I did get a good amount of it out. Now, typically, remember, how I use mine, this is the old one I've had. I usually mix it with the 3.45 one that I have. But I'm not mixing. I'm not doing any of that. This is neutral olive 2.40. Okay, let's do this. What you thinking? Again, something I've had in my collection. I've always mixed it. Never used it alone. Never thought, oh, you know, I thought, you know, looking at it looked kind of too white. And my thing was, you know, it has to be that perfect shade. But after the lady told me what she told me at TJ Maxx, you want a shade lighter than your actual shade, you know, just kind of came to me. Okay, there it is. Let me go ahead and finish off the face. I'm not going to mix this, you know, I'm not putting nothing else on top in terms of foundation. This is it. And I'll be right back and let's see. 2.40 neutral olive. Do I have a little olive in my skin? I think so. Maybe that's what I needed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not pink, not yellow, or not warm. Like, I tan nice, but in general, like, just without the tan, just my face, I have a little bit of olive in there. I think so. I think that's why it's working. What do you think? And the thing of it is, I've had this for years now. Going, what, 2 years maybe? You know? So, I see it deepening up a little bit. It is. But it's not like the 2.50. It's not like the 2.50. My choice is the one I own, 2.40. I'm going to go to Sephora. I know they only had 2. And then they do have it online. And maybe, I know the lady who helped me. It's Saturday today, so maybe she's there. Hopefully I can get up there today. I got to take my little guy shopping for back to school. So maybe I can get up there today. But I'm definitely going to take back the 2.20. Okay, which is the one that is the light. Hold on, I'll give you the exact name. The light olive. Neutral olive. And then 2.20 neutral olive. And then on the bottom it says light olive. Yes, so let's see. Yeah, you can see it's a lot lighter. So definitely not this one. So this is definitely going back. But I'm just going to keep using this one on its own. Very, you know, I'm glad it was just one lady giving me a tip. Go a little bit lighter than what you really are. 2.50, I like it. It goes on initially my shade. I'm like, whoa, this is my shade. But that's that issue that I've had where throughout the day it starts to deepen up, and I think this is deepening up just enough to where it's nice. So that's it. That is everything, I think. Yeah, my eye look today, I'll get close for you guys, and then we'll talk about the lippy, and then I'll let you go. So this is the eye look for today. I'm using a mixture of Modern Renaissance, Stila, but the main thing is this. Oops, sorry guys, have you all lopsided. The main one is my ColourPop on a Whimsy. That is the main shadows. I did the challenge for this one already, the palette bingo number 16. I'll put it here if you want to check that out. I already did it, and so this is why I'm working on it. And then after I get all through this, we'll move on to palette bingo number 17. So yeah, so if you want to check that out, you can. But that's what I use. And then for the lippy, really quickly, it is my ColourPop Fresh Kiss in, what is this, Brandy? Yeah, Brandy. It's really weird because it comes off very, corally brandy color. Yeah, but on the bottle it does look, well, no, on the camera it does, but in person it really has a little bit more mauve in it. But when I get it on, I'm like, oh, it's not mauve-y at all. There it is. But that's what I have on, one of my favorites. Okay, guys, so the final decision is the one I already had. 2.40 neutral olive. The one I already have. I've had it all along. I mixed it, but I mixed it enough, I think, that it worked. It worked. But if I don't have to mix, I don't want to mix. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the 2.40. That is it. That was a heck of a video. Took a lot of little turns and twists and stuff. So yeah, and I do love the primer, guys. I really, really do love the primer. It makes my face feel good. Oh, I know what I wanted to do with you guys. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to do this with you guys. So let me pin back my hair a little bit. I want to put the Becca Smashbox Veil, which is the rose quartz. Oh, look at with this top. I think with the look. Oh my goodness. Let's do this. Let's put a little bit on. I got this at TJ Maxx. I'll put a link here for you guys if you want to see the haul. Let's see. Oh, just love this. What I do is I buff. I don't necessarily add any more product, but I just buff the product in there. Make sure it gets all that buffing so that it could start just being a glow within. Oh, I love this stuff. I love products like this. Again, this is the Becca Smashbox. This is the Veil Quartz, a rose quartz. I got it at Marshall. I would say Marshall. No, I got it at TJ Maxx, $16.99. That's where I got it. And I wanted to put it on with you guys so you guys could see what I would typically like to wear, you know, with my foundation and what I put over it. Oh, I just love that. Love it. All right, my friends, that is everything. Yeah, interesting turn of events for sure, but very, very pleased. And I'm very, very glad that I didn't go right away and return that one. The 2.50 or no, yeah, the 2.20 and get the 2.50. The reason why I had the other one was because remember I had the sample of the 2.50. I'm glad I didn't go run and get the full size. Okay, my friends, that is everything. I'll let you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you guys very, very soon. Okay, take care.